Hello, and thanks for joining me on this video to learn how to install the program Retail Store Content Builder. To get started, what we do is you can go to my website, which is retailaffiliatestore.com, and you can click on the Downloads entry on the menu, and you'll go to this page that has a button to download Retail Store Content Builder software setup zip file. There's also some videos in there about the program that you can use. So to get started, we just click on that button, and depending on the operating system you have, you may get a variety of different prompts, but essentially what you want to do is click the Save As button to save the file, and you can put it anywhere you want, but generally I put it in the Downloads folder, and I usually make a folder within there that represents the program, like Retail Store Content Builder Setup folder. So I'm going to click Save on that. And once we do that, we'll start to see some sort of progression bar. Like I said, depending on the operating system and version you have, it may look a little bit different than mine, but it's going to give you the percentage complete of the file that you're downloading. And what we're downloading is a zip file, a compressed file with several files and folders within it. And this download process generally will take a minute to 3 or 4 minutes depending on your connection speed. We have a pretty fast connection, so it only takes a minute or so. Once you're done, you're going to want to open that folder. You'll see the file that you've downloaded. You want to right click on it, click on Extract All. You can leave this button checked if you want to show the files when you're complete. Usually just take the standard default directory and click Extract. Actually, the extraction usually takes me about the same amount of time as the download, so a minute or so, and it's going to go through and unpack that zip file, put it into its own folder, and once it's done, since we had that checkbox on, it's going to show us the folder that has all of our files in it that we need to do our install. Okay, and there we have it, the folder with all the files we need. Now, the actual installation of the program can take maybe just a minute to do, or it could take 15 or 20 minutes to do if you don't already have the prerequisites. One of the prerequisites is .NET version 4.5, and the other one is SQL Server Compact Edition 4. If you're doing the install and you need to install these prerequisites, the install program will prompt you for everything you need to do, and the .NET installation, if you don't already have it, will probably require a reboot. So before you start the install, you might want to close files and everything if you know that you're going to have to reboot. Once we're ready, you can double click on the setup, or you can just right click, and I usually click on Run as Administrator. This elevates my permissions, which is helpful for installing programs. And again, depending on your operating system, you may get prompted to ask whether you would really want to allow this program to run. Mine went right to installing the program, since I have .NET 4 already on this computer and SQL Server Express. So it's going to ask me if I want to allow installation of Retail Store Content Builder, show me where it's going to put it. I'm still unknown as a publisher, so I'm going to click Install. And in my case, it's already done. And as soon as it finishes all that, it pops up the splash screen and opens the program for the first time. Now, if you don't have a license key, there's a tab over here. If you do have a license key, to plug it in and validate it. If you don't have a license key, that's okay. You can run the program in demonstration mode and do everything but post your content to the database and update the web pages. But you can take a look at it and see how it runs. The first thing you're going to want to do once the install is completed is you're going to go to the Database Connection tab and enter information in needed to connect up to your database and start putting in your content. So there's a whole nother video on how to do the database connections, and so I'll leave it to that video to describe that process. So I hope this answered all your questions. That's all there is to installing the program. Hope you enjoy it, and if you have any questions on your install or any problems, just send me an email on that and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.